So I have a love-hate relationship with the city of Seattle. I have lived here for over 20 years, and I think it's a very beautiful city. It's unlike any other city in the United States. It is surrounded by gorgeous mountains, it's got beaches, it's got shopping, it's got work opportunities, but I will say the city of Seattle has drastically changed within the last 20 years. It is for sure not the same city that it was. But I could just have a negativity bias, so what I'm going to be doing for the next 24 hours is I'm going to be playing Hometown Tourist to see if I can reignite my love for this city. So the next 24 hours starts now. So the goal of this is to visit every iconic landmark in the next 24 hours. Landmarks that Seattle is known for. So we have a lot on the agenda, guys. And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go pick up Anna and Will, who are my friends. They're gonna help me out with this thing. So I'm going to go pick them up right now, and then we will be off to our first destination. This is gonna be a long day, guys, but I'm stoked. The first place we were to hit was Pike Place Market. Pike Place Market has been around since the early 1900s and has since become pretty much the first place anyone visiting Seattle goes to. It is everything Seattle is known for. Seafood, this, beautiful waterfront, mountain views, people visiting from all walks of life, coffee, and much, much more. It kind of reminds me of those markets that you see in foreign countries, one that's just bustling with commotion. We also stopped by the gum wall. Even though we didn't have any gum, it was pretty disgusting to say the least. I don't even know why or how it became a landmark. It's just there. Yeah, I don't know about that. Thankfully, the sun blessed us today and decided to peek out after such a bleak morning. And as we were wandering around the market, we could see tons of people from all walks of life, different states and cities, and even other Seattleites. The vibe of the market has definitely changed within the last 20 years. It was a lot bigger. There were shops and even floors that I've never seen before. And the biggest change of it all is that it seamlessly connects to the waterfront with its newly constructed walkway, which I gotta admit was actually really, really cool. And the city even added a full-on park and a hangout spot to connect it all. They even added another portion of the aquarium to it. I was genuinely impressed. Before then, it was blocked off by this really ugly freeway. I remember before, you had to go down some stairs, go through some different streets just to get to the waterfront. It had really bad flow, but now you can just walk outside Pike Place, go down the steps and past the walkway, and you are right at the waterfront. So what used to take 10 or 20 minutes just to get to the waterfront, now it takes like 5 minutes tops. Both Anna and I are both East Coasters from Boston, and we have never seen anything like this before. Just the entirety of Pike Place and the waterfront alone gave me this hope for the city that I've never felt before. Seattle then became a place where people could go to and remember something. The three of us started looking around and I had hope. I had a lot of hope. And so then we were off to our next landmark, which was the infamous Space Needle. And, well, it's still there. There's not a whole lot that's different about it. Besides the fact that at the top there's no longer a restaurant, there's actually I think a wine bar or something. The Space Needle was originally built for the 1962 World's Fair and has since become the main thing that Seattle's known for. When you think of Seattle, you think of the Space Needle, And even though Will has lived here pretty much his entire life, this was actually his first time visiting the Space Needle. And I just couldn't get over just how beautiful of a day it was. However, time flew by so fast. The time that Anna and Will needed to be done was creeping up really soon, and there was not enough time to even do the next landmark. And so unfortunately, we had to say goodbye to Anna and Will, but I stuck it out for the rest of the day and I went to the next landmark, and that was the streets of South Lake Union. And while I was walking around, the air I remembered breathing in years ago was not the same air I breathe now. The city was changing for the best and worst. And yeah, there's rising crime rates and homelessness, an increased cost of living. And walking around South Lake Union, I could see Seattle's efforts to become more modern and to become a better city. No way. No freaking way. So I was gone for maybe like 20 minutes and I just received a $77 parking ticket right here. Gosh, that is insane. And after that horrible complication, I decided to go to my next landmark, which was Gasworks Park. In the early 1900s, it actually was used to turn coal into gas. And that gas was then used for heating, lighting, you name it. But then after it stopped becoming operational, it then just turned into a place where people like to hang out. I remember coming here decades ago when we first moved here, and I only went back here once since then. But I noticed something. I saw people my age interacting, smiling, enjoying the moment together, which is the exact opposite of what I knew Seattle for. I used to know Seattle as this place where no one really talks to each other, or deep connections are kind of rare here. But from what I saw, I couldn't be more wrong. In fact, I rarely even saw people on their phones. Which begs the question, have I been wrong about this city this whole time? Am I biased because of my personal experience? And last but not least, I went out to the beautiful Alki Beach to watch the sunset. Seattle is one of the most vastly misunderstood cities in the States, with possibly everything anyone could ask for. A vibrant marketplace, new modern development projects, parks, a place where people hang out, put their phones down and interact. And a huge list of things to do that I barely even scratched the surface of. I guess that negativity bias really is a thing. You know, it's kind of nice to play hometown tourist, you know, every once in a while, just to learn how to appreciate the place that you live in. We have one more stop to make. It's gonna be very quick. I just gotta bust a move here really quick.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. All right, guys, so we got 2 chicken pieces right here. We also got the spaghetti as well. Let's check it out. All right, there we go. It tastes like Jollibee chicken. I feel like the chicken in the Philippines has a little bit more flavor. It feels a little bit more fresh. I would give this a 7.5 out of 10. I'm not completely sold on it 100%. Still not bad. And also this whole thing costs $15. In the Philippines, all this would cost like less than $5. And now the spaghetti, let's try it out here. All right, let's test the sausages real quick. That is very sweet. I don't think I'm a huge fan of the sausages. Yeah, it's just like, it's very sweet and there's like a strange like factory kind of taste to it. Okay, that's not bad. It's definitely very sweet, and you know, the Jollibee spaghetti is known to be sweet. But yeah guys, Jollibee, again, I need to try more menu items, so I will definitely be back. But overall, I would say I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. You know, it was good, it wasn't bad. What a day, guys. What a day. If you guys stuck around to the end of this video, I appreciate you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more travel vlogs like this. And I'll see you guys in the next one.